It's not like I wouldn't have enough computers already, but today I'm up for something different, as I got myself this Brixx building set by Pantasy 85005, the 90s retro PC. I love old computers, I love to collect them, I love to fix them. I'm the vintage collector and these are my stories. Last year I did a repair on the Nintendo NES, which came convenient as at the time I also got hold of a used LEGO NES set. Without meaning to advertise it, as I have no affiliation to LEGO whatsoever, here's anyway a brief mention on set 71374. The set has 2,646 pieces and LEGO currently sells this for 299 Swiss francs on their online store, but I've seen it on eBay selling from somewhere between 180 to 260 euros. Now, you could also get this for a fraction of that price on sites like AliExpress, but then we're diving into the dark territory of plagiarism or so-called reproduction sets. Why am I saying this? Because when buying Brixx sets online, one might easily trip into the area of unauthorized reproductions. So when I saw this set, which personally triggered me as I'm admittedly an AFOB and it fits the retro computing theme, I went to check what I'm dealing with. It has been promoted by other channels in the Brixx community and my investigation led me to believe that both the vendor and the set are legit. This also comes from my observance of what happens, especially in Europe all the time, when news arise where LEGO had again customs holding back third-party Brixx shipments due to their belief these would collide with their intellectual property. But that seems not to be the case here with any sets by Pantasy, which, like other third-party Brixx suppliers, seem to restrict themselves on using copyright-free Brixx only. The set, which consists of 1,634 pieces, is well available in Germany, either via Amazon, eBay or also Brixx, selling for as low as €90 at Brixx. Pantasy sells it for $129.99 on Pantasy.com, shipping not included. However, it's currently sold out, but you may still find it elsewhere. Be aware that Pantasy also offers another styled retro computer, set 86230, which looks the same on the outside but seems to have this more playful appearance on the inside and is a bit more expensive at $169.99. Plus, they have more retro-themed sets available and also this gaming rig, which I admittedly gave a thought to buy as well. Alright, that was now a lot of talking, one might even say free advertising. But again, I've no affiliation to Pantasy or anyone else, and even so I'm putting the links into the video description, I'll have absolutely no benefit from it myself if you're going to buy this yourself. I bought this set for myself as well for the simple fact that I'm a retro junkie and I love Brixx and this set makes a perfect match for me. It's out since a good while already and it totally went unnoticed to me. But as a fact, I started working on a mock myself, rebuilding an IBM PC from Brixx. It'll be still a good while until I'm done, so when I saw the Pantasy set a few weeks ago, it was the right thing at the right time. Now with third-party sets, one might be tempted to think the quality is bad. I'm admittedly not into third-party sets. I only ever bought one other set which was not original LEGO and there the quality was surprisingly solid as well. And here's well, I can only say that the parts to me seem perfect. Not a single wobbly thing, they click and hold, they're stable, the coloring is fine and even, but again, I'm not a reference and there's for certain a lot of people out there doing Brixx all day and night who will have a different opinion. You start by building the desktop case. Already when taking the parts out, I noticed that some of them had actual prints. That's really nice as it just looks clean and decent. At some point I got this bunch of green base plates which obviously would be used to construct the mainboard. Of course I had seen that on some of the promotional material, but look at how awesome this is. And again, this is all prints. You're also building small electrolytic capacitors. Thank God these won't dissipate over time. And whoever designed this seemed to give it a good thought. I mean, it has a CPU in the socket, where you then put this heatsink on top that even comes with a locking mechanism. Need I say more? And here's the graphics card for the system that sits on a riser slot. The entire mainboard is mounted and secured using 2 axles, and if I have anything to complain, then the fact that the riser card is not sturdy enough. The power supply does have a built-in fan, but no additional internal parts, so essentially it's just an empty box. But it was also nicely done from the backside, where there's this grill cover for the fan. And do you notice the round plates? They look like screws. This little thingy here becomes a floppy drive, and here we have actually a 3.5-inch floppy disk. This is one of only 2 pieces in the entire set where you have to use a sticker. But I think that's totally okay, as this is the label sticker for the floppy disk, which in real life would have been a sticker as well. And here's the CD-ROM drive, which also has a removable coaster, just like the real thing. Needless to say, both the floppy and the CD-ROM drive have functional eject buttons, so you can insert and remove either of the media. The case cover is built in an L shape and holds only on a handful of studs, so it can be easily removed for opening. The case alone already looks gorgeous. When building the monitor, you'll end up constructing this simple mechanism here, which will mimic the classic Minesweeper game that came with Windows. So when pressing the button, this is what happens. As you can see, to have the proper appearance of the Windows desktop, that's now the second of the 2 stickers provided in this set. The monitor comes as well with many plates and grills, the latter to give it the appearance of ventilation holes. They even thought about the obligatory backside sticker found on every monitor. And check this out, this is the VGA connector that also has its counterpart on the desktop unit, and of course you'll build the matching cable for it. And on it goes with what will become the keyboard. It too has many plates and wedges, and again prints to mimic the actual keys. Though the print of the QWERTY keys is a bit off the grid. Anyways, the keyboard also gets its own cable with obviously a PS2 styled plug which comes in purple color. Also, the mouse comes with a color coded plug, although to me this looks more like medium azure and not green. So that's technically speaking wrong and goes against the PC99 design guide mandating these color codes. But this retro PC seems to run Windows 95, so in the years before, the PS2 plugs were typically just grey or black, although some vendors had already started to use color keying in the years before PC99 came along. And this is what it looks like. The scale and dimensions are pretty much okay, except for the mouse, which seems a tiny little bit out of scale. But hey, it comes with a mouse pad. Also, the cables are in my opinion a bit too short and the plugs they're on tend to easily clip off. Maybe I can use a short pin to stabilize it. As for the PS2 plug colors, these were flipped between keyboard and mouse. I only realized this when editing the footage and thinking about this one here, which is definitely not green. What's very nice though is these little gags here with the removable storage media, but also the Minesweeper game. Or if you don't like that, then here's a cardboard insert which either displays the Windows desktop or a DOS prompt. Something that in my opinion is not fully period correct is the monitor controls down here. These seem to indicate that the CRT has an on-screen display already, going by the arrow left and right buttons, and this one here which points to a menu button. It depends into which period you put this machine. For a 1995 machine, this would have been manually adjustable control knobs, so-called potentiometers. OSDs and menu buttons didn't appear until a few years after, especially in the low-end segment into which I would definitely position this machine. But anyway, that's not real deal breakers, or is it? And if anything, there's certainly some geek out there who is going to put a small display and a Raspberry Pi inside to make this machine mimic a real functioning 90s computer. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. I'm the Vintage Collector, and this was my fun story for today. Thanks for watching, and see you again next Sunday.